Hi, I'm Priscilla Grew. I'm director of the University of Nebraska State Museum of Natural History. And I think the future is something that's we had in the past, which is that kids from ages 4, 6, 8 have to have really special museum experience. They've done surveys and found, I know it's true for our visitors as well, many of the strongest supporters for museums are people who had a special museum experience when they were young. So I think that's really what we have to try to keep up doing that for young people for the future.
Brenda Maniapan. I'm the Director of Programs at the MIT Museum. So I think the future of technology, digital technology and science in science centers is going to be where new technologies are developed, maybe are in development, and visitors are going to get to come to science centers and immerse themselves in it immediately. I think scientists will be in the science centers, they'll want to connect with the public, and science centers will be places where the public can feel like if they want to know what's coming up in the world, they can come to science centers and they can get immersed in that new technology or the new development.
I am Dr. R.S. Khandapur, Director General, Pushpa Gujaral Science City in North India. This is the largest science city in the country. The purpose of the science city is to create scientific temper among the masses and to promote science and technical education among the students. So when we talk of attending ASTC every year, which is held in mostly in the United States, the purpose behind of our coming to this country is to acquaint ourselves with the latest development which are taking place in science communication and public engagements. Science and technology centers have always played a very vital role in promoting the science education. Particularly, they will be most useful in the developing world because the community needs development from all angles, and it is only through science and technology that such type of developments can take place. So, to motivate young students and children to take up careers in science and technology, the Science and Technology Centers has always played an important role, and I do hope that they'll continue to do so. Thank you.
My name is Yuko Okayama. I'm from Tokyo, Japan, the National Museum of Emerging Science and Innovation, short for Miraikan. Mirai means future in Japanese.
Right.
And I think the future science centers could be that we have made many things, many exhibits so far. So from now, we need to have the dialogue. The people is very important working in science centers. The staff, designers, exhibit developers, and so on. And they will be the bridging science communities and general publics. That'll be very important roles in future. And of course, right now too.
Hi, I'm Teresa MacDonald. I'm the Director of Education at the University of Kansas Natural History Museum. And the question is about the future of science centers. I think that's a really fantastic question, and one of the things that appeals to me is I don't think we really know. I think what we're going to see is that it's a constantly moving field. I think that we're going to hopefully see much more creativity. I think perhaps a better collaboration with smaller centers and bigger centers, and really trying to work together to do similar things that work well, but also really leveraging independent creative pieces that people can do a lot faster. So I think possibly trying to embrace change and change more quickly, which is something that at a small institution I can do. I think that we are trying to see larger centers being able to do that as a way to sort of trial test new things.
I'm Dennis Bateman, Director of Exhibits at the Carnegie Science Center in Pittsburgh, and I'm hoping the future of science and technology centers is a return to wonder and imagination and awe instead of flat screen TVs and touchscreens.
My name is Dr. Naama Hariti Ari. I'm from the Weizmann Institute of Science in Israel, from the Davidson Institute for Science Education. And as to the question what the future of science centers is, in my opinion, it will be the bridge between the ever-changing, fast-changing research and technology and the public. So that's our goal, to get the public to be updated on research and on scientific issues.
Hi, I'm Ed Sovey from Teknikens Hus in Luleå, Sweden, but I live in Redmond, Washington, USA. I think the future for science centers could be very, very exciting. I think they need to adapt to the do-it-yourself make culture and become the make innovation centers of the world. And stop trying to show last century's science and technology, and instead be centers for innovating the new century science and technology, being much more active than they are today. If you look at science centers across America and around the world, you see a tendency to go to less activity rather than more prescription, more didactic learning, and I think just the opposite is needed. Open-ended, free tinkering, learning, playing, where the staff is learning along with the general public. And unfortunately that occurs in 2, 3, 5 museums in the country. And although science centers pride themselves on being innovative, in reality they're not, and they're missing the boat. And as a result, we're seeing commercial make-it centers, innovation centers, and other people who are coming into the area that science centers should be pioneering and championing. So I think if science centers adapt the new technology, the new focus on innovation and fast prototyping, they do very, very well. Otherwise, they will be the relic, and they'll be the dinosaurs in their own display case.
My name is Cheryl Lani Juarez. I'm from the Miami Science Museum in Miami, Florida. We're in the process of building a fabulous new museum where we're hoping we will be able to provide our community and people from all around who come to visit Miami with a great place to explore digital futures, to explore what our impact is on the environment and how we can maybe alter that in positive ways, change the way we do things, use new technologies to do things better. But I also imagine that, and I hope that science and technology centers in the future will be much more willing to be aware of and serve the diverse communities that surround them. We're not a homogeneous world. We don't have homogeneous communities, and we need to find really good ways to engage all the parts of our diverse communities.
My name is Michael Burns. I'm the design director at Quatrefoil Associates. I think the future of science centers and museums in general will likely follow what's going on with mobile technologies, not meaning that everything will happen through cell phones, but that the museum will become unstuck from its sort of static fixed position, kind of like the landline was, and that museum experiences will happen much more beyond the walls, that the footprint of the museum will expand into our daily lives a lot more. And I think that there are many people thinking in those terms, and there's a lot of things beginning to happen that shows that that's likely the case.